Yo, what's going on, guys? And today we're talking about the first playing game that there is 6 minutes and 53 seconds left in this game. The Pacers are winning 126 to 93. I wanted to get this video done by the time that game ended. Okay, if you guys don't believe that's like a 30-point comeback in 7 minutes. I doubt it happens. And I know what I want to talk about. First off, I want to hear your thoughts on this game. Really, the Hornets just looked inexperienced. And it's really because Hayward wasn't there and they started playing hero ball. They looked overwhelmed and it really wasn't. I'll talk more about the Hornets at the end of the game. I just want to say the Pacers were dominant on both ends. The whole past 2 weeks, I've been learning about Nate Yorgen and can also, if you're a Pacers fan right now, tell me what's going on with this whole Nate Yorgen. Do the players hate him? Does the front office hate him? Dude, what is going on there? There is not much being said, but there is things being leaked to everyone. Domantas Sabonis going into the second half had only made 1 of 8 shots, and then he just went off offensively. 21 rebounds, 9 assists, 14 points. Good God. But then there was O'Shea Brissett. This guy had 23 points. He was literally just cutting to the basket. All he was doing was slashing, cutting to the basket, moving off ball, getting close to the basket, catching passes while cutting to the basket. O'Shea Brissett was all over the place. Malcolm Brogdon, Sabonis, and really Justin Holiday. Justin Holiday had 12 points, but those 5 assists he had were incredible. This team was on a whole nother level. Also, Goga, great, really fun rim protector. I'm really surprised at how, he's honestly been a fun guy to watch. And if they do trade Miles Turner and decide to move on, I think Goga could, if his three-point shot eventually develops, he could do a good job of maybe replacing Miles Turner if they decide to move on from Miles Turner. Then they also had, again, Justin Holiday, I think, is one of the most underrated perimeter defenders in the league. Justin Holiday is such a pest on defense, and he really can get a fast break started, and he is just a high basketball IQ player who knows where everybody's where to be on the court and knows where everyone's going on the court, so he knows where to be in the right position at the right time. Doug McDermott, oh my God, this game, the first quarter was basically, the first half was the Doug McDermott show. And he's been putting on for the last, 5 games, he's been just a lights-out shooter. He's just been scoring and looking like the Doug McDermott we thought. Really, he had a career year this year, shooting 53% from the field and 38% from 3. And he dropped 13.5 points this year with 3.5 rebounds. And really, this was a career year. Just, again, Doug McDermott is one of the best three-point shooters in the league. The best shooter in the league. Not in the league. He's not the best shooter. He's one of the best shooters in the league. I can say that confidently now. And my roommates are Bulls fans, so to see the turnaround. Sabonis just, look, my shot isn't falling. He decided, I'm going to focus on passing and just getting every rebound. Just inhaling the boards, one after another. And it really was just wild what they were able to do. Malcolm Brogdon also, he was, I think, was the second leading scorer behind Doug McDermott, I think, going into the second half. So it was just Malcolm Brogdon. Also, TJ McConnell was running the second unit. This, sixth man of the game right here was TJ McConnell just doing what he does best. It was fun to see. And I don't know much about Keelan Martin, but he had a couple fast breaks where he started. This team was just doing every ball movement. They would, literally pump fake, pass it out to a guy, a three-point shot, make the three-point shot, or pump fake at the three-point line, get a guy cutting, or maybe catch the ball, dribble, then pass it back as a give and go. Because I saw one time it was Justin Holiday. He got the ball from Sabonis. He drove to the middle of the free throw line. Sabonis cuts the basket. He passed it to Sabonis. Sabonis finished. And then it was literally reversed. Sabonis had the ball and he gave it to Holiday, or Holiday would give it to O'Shea Brissett. It was just great ball moving. Nate Yorgen was just telling everyone, move the ball, people. Give everybody touches. You get a car. Oprah Winfrey style basketball. And it was really fun to watch. Really, it was. Now, let's talk about the Hornets. Cody Zeller was, until Miles Bridges and Terry Rozier started coming alive, Cody Zeller was the guy who was getting baskets. He was getting steals. He was literally the only one playing hard defense. Cody Zeller looked like the most experienced and the only player who knew what he was doing out there. Terry Rozier was trying to play hero ball. Miles Bridges also ended the second half. I think he had 2 back-to-back steals. Jalen McDaniels had a good hustle plays, Like, I think they did the right decision to bench Bismack Biyombo as soon as the game started. They should have just stopped playing Cody Zeller. They should have ran a lineup of LaMelo Ball, Terry Rozier, Miles Bridges, either Jalen McDaniels or Malik Monk out there, and PJ Washington at center, Miles Bridges at power forward, Malik Monk or Jalen McDaniels. Jalen McDaniels, at small forward. And then LaMelo and Terry Rozier out there. That should have been the lineup they've been running. James Borrego's team just really missed Gordon Hayward and Brad Wanamaker. And I think they just couldn't get any rebounds. Their leading rebounders right now were in the game are Miles Bridges, Terry Rozier, and PJ Washington. Miles Bridges and Terry Rozier both have 8 rebounds. Cody Zeller only had 3 rebounds. Bismack Biyombo did nothing. Jalen McDaniels had a great block. And this team just literally just couldn't score, couldn't get the offense going. Everyone started playing hero ball. They looked like they lost their morale. They didn't have any morale left. It was honestly just very sad to watch. The ball wasn't being moved well. They kept turning the ball over. LaMelo Ball really, he had a few good plays, but really LaMelo Ball couldn't do anything. PJ Washington, another thing, the shots weren't hitting. I think at one point they were 3 for 24 from 3-point or some shit like that in the second half. It was awful. They couldn't hit any 3 shots, and they looked discouraged. They weren't having fun. It wasn't a good game whatsoever. It was a terrible game for them. And they weren't able to start scoring till the second half. And Miles Bridges and Cody Zeller were the best player in this game. Were the 2 best players. Cody Zeller for the first half, for most of the game was I'm not even saying he was good. He was actually bad. There was multiple plays where I saw Cody Zeller get burnt, where he had his back to a guy on an inbound play, and literally they finished. I mean, it was 2 or 3 times where they had an inbound play. Cody Zeller had his back underneath the basket to a man who was, I don't even remember. It was just awful. But he still was one of their better players in this game, and that says something how bad of a game they played. And, honestly, Miles Bridges really showed me something. I think he's going to have a breakout year. I think Miles Bridges is going to be close to a 20-point scorer next year. This year he averaged 13 points a game, 50% from the field, 40% from 3, 6 rebounds, 2.5 assists, about a steal and about a block a game. I really think next year he'll at least be second team all defensive and will be a 20-point scorer. I really think he's going to break out next year. Miles Bridges. And if it is Miles Bridges, the other Bridges will break out as well. But so it was an abysmal game for them. So next week, Pacers versus whoever is the loser of the Wizards-Celtics game, which I think is going to be the Celtics. So Pacers-Celtics. So that'll be interesting. I want to hear your thoughts, guys. But that's basically the video from me today. I just wanted to do this real quick. So let's go enjoy this Wizards-Celtics. Peace out.